Hi everybody, Brett back altitude scale modeling with another old school sprue review. This time we're looking at the 41 Plymouth rocker version, 41 Plymouth Street Machine. This kit's been released several times, including the newest version, which was a Coca-Cola one from round 2. This is completely different. It doesn't have both engines in it. It's just got street rod parts in it. Street rod tires. Looks pretty good, and I wanted to build me a classic old 40s car, and everybody does a 44, so I want to give this one a go. So let's move on over to the bench and take a look at some plastic. All right, let's take a look at this beautiful kit. 1941 Ford Plymouth Street Machine. So like I said, it doesn't have all the engine parts of the original Plymouth kit. It doesn't have the two engines, the V6 and the straight 6 and the 340. It just has the 340. Coca-Cola kit and some of the other versions have both engines in them. So I've looked at this body before when I first got it. I noticed these, thought these were mold lines. Like, wow, didn't do a very good job. But then I looked at some pictures of the actual 1941 Plymouth. And if I remember, I'll post them here. But those are actual seam lines that are on the car where they bolted the fenders on. So there's actual recessed seam line on the real car. So I'm probably going to take a panel line scriber and scribe lighter along here where it would go, and then sand off these other parts like it would be on the real car. So it's good they didn't make ugly mold lines. I don't really see any mold lines on here. Just looking it over. There's some flash there, there's some flash there. Ejector pin marks in there like you'd expect. There's the emblem for the back. So that's looking, it's a good looking body, and unlike most of the 40s and 30s kits, they molded the fenders on, so you don't have to sit those on there. So that's looking very good. Sorry, I needed a drink of water. All right, we've got a good looking body. Clear parts I've already separated and put in a bag. When I first got this kit, it was swap meet. And actually they were still in very good shape. Clear, no scratches, no tire burn. It's gonna sit in there nicely. And you've got your clear headlight lenses. Another nice touch. Okay, got your instructions here. Inside fender wells, you can see, have nice wiring and hosing detail both sides. Your mufflers and your exhaust that'll attach to your headers. Steering wheel, hoses, header pieces, which there's more in the box. Engine block for the 340. Manual transmission. Wheel backs. And running boards, which are again nicely detailed. You can paint them separately, which is a nice touch. Most of them are black and rubber, so rubber black. Here's the frame. Good detail on gas tank. Nice detail underneath. It's got fuel lines and brake lines. There's the brake line right there. You can see it V'ing off. And the fuel line running back to the fuel tank. And it's got the start of your front suspension. Here's the other half of the engine block. Your interior tub has some nice texture for simulating carpeting if you're not going to flock it. Good looking seats. Nice detail on there. There are some ejector pin marks on the seat. There. The detail here is not raised very well on the side panels. So you can either use 3D parts or just ignore it, your choice. 3 pedals. Here's the hood, which has got a nice recess for the hood ornament. Decent detail underneath for framing. 3 ejector pin marks. Got a little bit of flash. Fits nicely on there. Don't want to stay, but it does fit. And fits nicely along there. This side, it's got a little bit of flash that needs cleaned up. So the hood fits nicely. Front bench seat, flash on the sprues, A-arms, flash all over the place. I don't remember, I didn't see a date when I was looking, maybe the instructions will have a date. A-arm springs, tie rods, shocks, good suspension parts. Your front end for your grill, hopefully that fits really well. License plate frames, your dash, and instrument panel. You can see the numbers in there. You just have to detail it up, or maybe you got some decals that's got an instrument panel like that. Your heater, springs, your big beefy rear end. Chrome, which looks chromy. I've decided if I'm going to use these wheels or not. I do like them. Just not sure if I want some mags on them instead. There's your street machine bumpers, not the standard button. Your headlight bezels, valve covers, air filter, mirrors, hood ornament. And the last sprue is the radiator cover, the front visor, if you want to put that over the front of the windshield. Drive shaft and battery. All the parts. 2 metal axles. Firewall. One more. So I remember the original kit had 2 different inner fender wells for the front, depending on which exhaust you were using. So there's only 1 in here, but you won't be using it anyway. There's the rest of your header parts. Intake manifold and the front of the engine with the water cooler. Then you've got your 4 Goodyear tires. It says Goodyear there. Just put some white lettering on them if you want. And your measurements, sizes, things like that. Put all those in there so I don't lose them. Decals are yellowed, of course, and I wouldn't be using them anyway, except maybe one of the street rod ones in the window, if they're still any good, which I don't think they are because they're sticky. And street is neat for the bumper. Again, don't think I will. And that leads us to these very old instructions, which, surprisingly, for AMT, includes a sprue map, which you need because they don't actually put the part numbers on the part, it says, on the sprues. So this is showing you all the part numbers for all the sprues. Nice touch. You start with the engine, of course, tires and wheels. You detail up that engine. I'm not sure if I'll use a 3D printed 340 or this one, depending on how well this one looks. Then you're onto the chassis. And then you're onto the interior tub. It's not going to be a difficult build. Body, which of course you can put the grill portion onto the front before you paint it. You can just slide it right over, because then you're just going to attach it. All the inside fender wells, hood ornament, bezels, all that on after you paint it, and at the very end, that's it. Simplicity of old kits. And does not have a date on the back either. I'm sure you can look it up. I still think it's a 70s or early 80s kit. But there you have it. 1941 Plymouth. This will be my next build after I finish the Pontiac and the Camaro for the USAC build. So, thanks for watching. If you got something old in your kit you want to build, pull it out, sit your ass to the bench, and have a good time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your hobby. Bye for now.